go. So Monday, obviously, we do sports talk. Gonna do some first take today because I wasn't really liking any of the undisputed segments. Let's see what they had to say about the Celtics, man. A little Celtics segment. Obviously, with first take, I gotta skip through it a little. Can only be like max 5 minutes because they'd be annoying. So, see what they gotta say. No Molly this week.
It's only 24 minutes. I mean, that's what I was trying to say. It
was crazy, man.
They lost by 52. It wasn't the fact that they were
this was
down
crazy,
by
man.
damn near 50 before it was over, and they ultimately lost by 52 points. It was the fact that it was a 45-point deficit in the first half. There's levels to this.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And the Boston Celtics are on it. They won 11
That is
straight.
ridiculous.
They haven't lost since February 4th. They're 48, 9, and 12.
Hey.
And then you look at them. Top 3 defensively.
Brown was awesome.
Offensively. Not 1, but 2 stars.
They still beat you on the
finals.
finals.
As far as I'm concerned, the other tinkers towards it, and Jaylen Brown. We know what Tatum and Brown brings to the table. There was no Porzingis yesterday. This 7'3" dude that has been shooting 48% from the field in this winning streak and averaging about 23, 24 points. He wasn't even playing yesterday. It was that kind of romp, that kind of annihilation, that kind of beatdown. And you just look at the rest of the Eastern Conference and you say, my God, who can mess with them? Who can beat them? Then you look at the West and you're saying, who can deal with them outside of the Denver Nuggets? That's the question right there, and I think that's what this comes down to. Boston recognizes what it's all about, and they had a nationally televised audience. Jason Tatum's birthday, and they just put everybody on notice. This year's a bit different. We understand what this is all about.
It might be different. It looks a little different.
We're here to make noise.
It looks a little different.
Everybody that we can at every moment we can.
For me, Stephen A., I hear you on all of those points, but this is...
You can challenge for a championship.
Okay.
But when you get the brake drums beat off you, now all of a sudden, it was a tough road stretch. Oh, and now all of a sudden, we just flushed that one away. I'm not going to let you do that. And you're right, Stephen A. They played without Porzingis. What Porzingis is, he's like a...
Man, it was about Zingy, bro.
Shaped by Laportier. He opens it up. He allows the whole floor to open up, and it expands Jason Tatum. It expands Jaylen Brown. And even though they didn't have him yesterday, they were still sensational. They made a conscious decision. They say, you know what? Jason Tatum, Stephen A., he's their superstar. We're going to sag off Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown says, you know what? I'm a professional. As a matter of fact, I have the highest contract. I make $304 million. And this is the disrespect y'all going to show me? Y'all going to sag off by 6 to 10 feet, go up under screens, and allow me to shoot wide open, uncontested threes? How disrespectful is that? And then y'all going to put these little small guys, Steph Curry, on me. Really? Really? Is that what y'all think? I did go back-to-back All-Star games. You're right. You want to say this game doesn't mean much. They beat the Golden State Warriors by 50.
They were sagging on Brown or whatever. That was dumb.
They won by an average of 30. They won 11 straight, 13 of 16. Stephen A., we had this conversation last week, and the question was, are the Boston Celtics on a tier by themselves? I say, as we currently speak, absolutely. The playoffs will be a different story. They know they must show out during the playoffs. But as we sit here right now, ain't nobody close to them in the Eastern Conference. And the only team that I think that can give them a problem is what I saw on Saturday night. Because Yoke is the MVP, and now you got Murray doing his thing, especially in clutch time. But the Boston Celtics is a step above everybody.
And I understand that you're not pointing to just one game. I totally understand that. My only point is, like Shannon said, I brought up the first half. I ain't bring up the game. Now, you've watched a lot of basketball. You know basketball. We haven't seen somebody get their ass kicked by 45 points in the first half. Only 24 minutes. It's only 24 minutes. 45 down, 45 in the first half. I mean, that is a